Well, tomorrow is weigh-in day, week 30. Crazy. Let's talk about this last week. Of course, the dog has to bark right when I'm ready to record. Anyway, the beginning of last week, I realized that I would be working a 6-day week instead of a 5-day week. I'd be working a full day of overtime, 6 days in a row. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do an intense workout week where I work out twice a day for 6 days in a row. And I did. Back in the day when I've tried to lose weight, I've done a whole thing of like working out twice a day, working out 2 hours a day, because I felt like that was where I was going to lose the most weight, and I was more excited about that than the food part. And so I kept telling myself, if I'm going to do this, I have to commit to doing this in a way that I know that I'm not going to be doing it all the time. Like, I'm not going to be doing this every week. This is like an occasional thing because it makes me feel good, and I love what it does for me mentally, but I can't go that hard, and my body doesn't want that either. So that's something I did this week, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm exhausted. It was exhausting. It was a lot. It was so much. It was a lot of work, and I think one of the most important things about doing something like this is that just because I did all of this work and just because this all happened doesn't mean it's going to show up on the scale exactly tomorrow. Like, my efforts are going to show up when they show up on the scale, and I'm not going to go into this expecting like the scale to show that I lost like 5 pounds. I need to be realistic in my expectations, and that's what I'm going to be. This week wasn't about losing a certain amount of pounds. This was about giving it my all with working out and the food and my job, just putting in lots of effort in my life, and the benefits will show up when they show up. So this coming week, I'm not going to be doing that again. I will probably do it again at some point, but not this week. So this coming week, my plan is to do like a mile walk every day. So do my regular workout on my 5 days a week, and then walk a mile every day around our apartment complex. And that should be pretty doable. I'm not going to put a time on it. I'm not going to put any expectations of speed or anything like that. So I think that'll be good, because it's still continuing the process of like pushing myself a little bit, but doing double workouts with weights and like intense cardio, and then swapping that for my second workout for a walk around, I think is pretty, like, I'm pulling back. So I do look forward to doing that again. I want to do a hardcore week again, maybe just 5 days and not 6 days. But yeah, I'm worn out. So we'll see what the scale says tomorrow, but I feel really good. I feel tired. I feel exhausted. But I feel good. Like I said, I've given it everything I have. And that's what I am trying to do. So sometimes you can't. Sometimes all you have to give isn't that much. But as long as you're giving what you got. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. 30 weeks tomorrow. That's crazy. Crazy. Time's flying. It's weigh-in day. It's weigh-in day. It's been 30 weeks. 30 weeks. All right, we'll get back to that. Anyway, we're just getting into the numbers right away. So, as of today, I am down 106.6 pounds. I lost 2.6 pounds this past week. I am at 248.4. It's so weird. Like, for so long, I've been thinking about like getting under certain numbers, and like I have a goal in mind, but it's, you know, it's gonna move depending on how my body feels. I'm not like set in stone on it, but as I've been going through this process, it's like, all right, I can't wait to get to a certain point. It'll be awesome to get to this point. It'll be awesome, whatever. And just being able to weigh myself and be under 250 pounds is crazy. It's crazy. And I still have plenty to lose. Like, I still have at least 55 pounds to lose. So it's far from over for me. And as it goes on, it's going to get slower. But I am under 250 pounds. I am 248.4. I've lost 106.6 pounds in the last 30 weeks. And when I saw the number, I was like, okay, yes, I did my hardcore week, and that was fantastic, and I'm probably going to do it again at some point. But I know that the number I saw on the scale is also it's a combination of the last few weeks. It's not just this past week, the last few weeks. And that's good for my brain, because it's like, because I feel like if I wouldn't have had some of these conversations with myself, I would sit here and think, oh my gosh, I need to do this again. Like, I need to do this again this week and hit another 2.6 pounds down. That's not, more than likely I'd end up like retaining a bunch of water anyway and then go up a pound or something like that. So I'm not going to duplicate that this week, but goodness sakes. And then the fact that it's been 30 weeks is another thing. Like, just the idea, I was telling my husband that it's like, I'm closer to the year mark than I am to where I started at this point. Like, it's 22 weeks. I have 22 weeks until I've been in this whole journey. Like, it'll be a year in 22 weeks. It'll be a whole 52 weeks in 22 weeks. And it's like, part of me is like, wow, that's so far away. But then I think, oh my gosh, I've already done 30. This 22 are going to go so fast. Plus, the end of the year always goes super fast. Like, when I feel like once school starts, which has already started, like September, but the summer went fast too. But like, especially once you get to like Halloween, when Halloween comes, then it's Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas, and then it's New Year, and then it'll be like a couple weeks, and it'll be a year for me, like, I just can't believe that the time has gone, like, it's gone so fast, but also it hasn't gone fast. And then I keep thinking about how much effort I've put in the last 30 weeks, and how much I've worked on this, and how much I've learned, and how much I've adjusted things, and the boundaries I've put up, and all of those things. Like, I have worked so hard the last 30 weeks to figure this out. And I'm still figuring things out as I go. I'm still learning. There's still things I'm trying to figure out. The fiber thing is still just a thorn in my side, to be honest. But I'm getting there. But I don't know. I really want to make the most of the next 22 weeks. Like, I want to hyper focus on just getting these habits to be just so normal for me that I don't want to revert back. And I don't want to. Like, I worked out this morning and I did my thing, and I'm, adjusting my meal based on what I felt like eating this morning, and like, I'm figuring it out, but I just want it to be like set in stone by then, and I want to put everything I've got into the next 22 weeks. But also that means I'm not going to, like, I have to remind myself, yes, I'm going to give it everything I have, but I'm not going to do a hardcore double workout for 6 days in a row week again, because that's insane. That's not insane. It's fine, but the body needs rest and my brain needs rest, and I can't do that all the time. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm all over the place this morning, but the time has passed and I've made the most of it. Hasn't been perfect. I haven't been perfect about anything that I've been doing. I've eaten things I probably shouldn't have. I've learned, some things aren't worth it, and I have, compromised in ways that I didn't want to compromise at the time, and I wish I wouldn't have done it, and I've learned from that. And days I haven't drank enough water and I've paid for it later, or had enough fiber or not enough protein or whatever else, but I mean, if you look back though, on the past 30 weeks, I've been pretty consistent about being active. I've been pretty consistent about the food and the goals with the macros and everything, and that's what matters, you know? It doesn't have to be perfect. If you're hitting it 75% of the time, you're still doing great. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, going into this new week, want to make sure that I'm not doing double workouts. I am splitting my workouts partly because of the full, I don't like doing standing and floor workouts at the same time. I want to make the most of my standing time when I'm doing whatever. So the workouts that I've gotten from the trainer I'm working with, I do my floor exercises during my lunch hour. So it makes it look like I'm doing a double workout, but I'm actually not. I'm just doing it at that part at a different time. So that's what I've been doing, but I'm not gonna go into like monster crazy mode and like be absolutely insane about everything. And I'm also not gonna change my like diet or anything and do anything off there either to make things complicated or be super strict or anything. Like, things are going well. And I'm sitting here looking at my camera and I'm looking at my shoulders and like, oh my gosh, look, I feel smaller and I feel so much better in my body. And I just can't wait to see how I feel when I'm down, you know, another 20 pounds. But I'm only focusing on 5 pounds at a time. So right now the focus is down to 245, and that's it. Like, I'm not looking beyond that at this point. So anyway, what a day. What a day. I'm so thankful. The time is going to pass. Make the most of it. Honestly, just set a goal to do something consistently, you know, within a 7-day week. Like, do it 4 times. Whatever it is. Whatever the goal is. If you're going to write a book, write 4 days that week. If you're going to work out, do 4 workouts that week. If you're going to whatever. Just, time's gonna pass. Make the most of it. Oh my goodness. My brain's exploding. Hi guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. I would love to hear from you. Please comment below, like, comment, share, do all the YouTube-y things. Supports the channel, and I really appreciate that. And I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.